Hello, Mark here again. Hope you're well. We're going to look again at drop-down lists and using validation to create more power. But I have to warn you, this will get a bit more fiddly as regards using a formula. But let's make a start. And let's get rid of my ugly mug. Right. If you remember, we're looking at states from across here. And we can do this with data validation. So if we go to data tools, data validation, select list and the source, we select these columns here and press OK. And we've got a drop down list and it gives those particular options like IL for Illinois. There is a drawback to this. If you do it in lowercase, Excel will accept it. But if you try and put in something else, it will not, which is outside of the required entries, it will flag and ask you to retry, which is at least a start. Another drawback is it will accept blanks, but we could have modified that. But anyway, that's a good start. Now, where we're going to need to specify more is when you select a city. We want to be able to restrict the list to all the cities regarding to that entry there. So for Florida, there will just be Miami or Orlando. So it does involve a formula which I'm going to put into the validation data list in a bit, but first let's get this formula sorted because it's a bit complicated. Offset and with reference we'll start here. Start from here and we're going to press F4, which will fix that particular starting point. We're looking for rows, and we're just looking at one row, so we're going to press 1, comma, and then we're going to nest this particular formula match, and we want it to match what's in our opening column A. Now this one, we're going to fix the column A but leave the cell name as being dynamic, as a row name, row number. Now we have to look at the lookup array, which is along here, because we're checking the FL in the first column with this array. Again, press F4 to fix that particular array, comma, we're looking for an exact match, 0, comma, we're going to close this, but what we have to do here is take away 1, because whereas match will start 1, 2, 3, offset starts 0, 1, 2, so we have to get them in sync with a -1. Next value will be the height, and I'm going to initially put 6. Because at the moment there's 4 records, we may increase the number of cities in each state. And then width is just 1. Close bracket and return. Interesting. We've specified 6 for 6 rows, and after listing the first two records is listing 0 for blanks. If we change Florida to Texas, we'd have 3 cities listed. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to copy this formula, Control C, go to the city cell. I'm going to have to press escape before I do that. So data tools, and we're going to data validation again, looking at list, and we're putting the formula in the source. So for Texas, we've got these 3 we could use. If we change the state, let's say to California, the drop down list will display the 4 cities. Okay, what I'm going to do is blank this out, and then I'm going to copy down the cell of validation. So Control C to copy, and then paste special and validation. I'm going to copy this one down as well. Paste special, validation. So that should mean if I put FL Florida in here, this should select the cells Miami and Orlando. The drawback is it's selecting these because it's looking for 6 records. So how do we resolve that problem of the 6, or whichever number you've hard copied in there? We want to make sure the number it's looking for, number of rows it's looking for, is the number of rows in that particular column it's looking at. So I'm going to delete the formula in there. There is a way using the count a function to find the number of records in the particular column we're looking at. So we're going to start again, put a formula in. I am looking at my notes because it is a bit fiddly even for me. Press F4 to fix. Again, press F4. And looking for an exact match, 0. Again, putting the -1 to keep it in sync. Now we are going to put this 6 in again because we may get extra records. We could even put 8 or 10, but for this example I'm going to put 6. Two close brackets required, and we see there for California it's detected 4 records, which is correct. If we change that state to Texas, it's recalculated and it's got 3, which is fantastic. That formula does the job of calculating how many rows in each particular column when matched with the state we selected here. So we're going to use that formula, and we have to be quite careful when we paste this in. First of all, copy it. I'm going to go into data validation back in this and where we've got 6, we carefully put the cursor there, backspace and Control V and press OK. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there are no blanks at the bottom in the drop down list. If we change this to Florida, and the dependent drop down list just shows 2 entries, none of those blank entries which automatically populated before. So I'm going to delete the entry here, and what I'm going to do is copy and paste down the validation again because it's changed. So copy paste special, I should stress, validation, copy down. So we can start to make our spreadsheet let's put TX in for Texas, and it's giving us these entries here in a drop down list. As you can imagine, once it's up and running, this is quite powerful, and it will mean your text values or any values in these columns are copied across and your data is validated. Hope this is of use to you. Hope you enjoy my channel. Have a good day. See you next time.